Hello, and we are live. Hello, this is Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints. Welcome to the live stream on this Friday evening. So, how is everybody doing? I see none fucks given. Non-fam, hello, how are you doing? Non-stick, how are you doing, sir? I see Peter, hello, how are you doing, sir? Yeah, we were here and where's Zachary? Zachary was just starting up. Is everything working well? I saw that I don't get any analytics here, but that is okay. Is my audio okay? Is my video okay? Can everybody see me? I non-stick. Yeah, I had to switch over from Wi-Fi to LAN connection. Go. Even weg. Oké. Comments, banners. The first YouTube tab didn't work, but yep, all good. What do you mean with tab? Just check it on this. Is the audio not too loud? I don't know. Just check it on this. Is the audio not too loud? I don't know. Hey, old curmudgeon, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the live stream. Still at work, kind of listening. Nice that you do that, sir. No audio. Is that for a reason? No, audio is fine. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's the reading marks in the sentence. I don't know how you would call it, but it's fine. I understand what you mean. Nice that you are here. See you on Sunday, Peter. If that is the Peter that I know, then see you on Sunday. The tab I have waiting for you. Oh, really? Yeah. The thing is, I got from Streamyard, I got the error message or a message that I was on Wi-Fi and probably was going to experience some bad connection. So for that reason, I switched over to Ethernet cable or LAN, and so maybe a little hiccup. Hey, Maker Viking, how are you doing, sir? I'm going to put some background music on from a playlist that everybody knows by now. So my daughters, they went to bed just a few minutes ago, and for that reason, there was a little disturbing or a little bit background noise. So they are going to bed a little bit later than planned. But hey, it's Friday, it's normal. Hey, DeWitt, 3D Canada, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to the live stream. What's Sunday? Sunday is a day that you don't have to work and is in the middle of the Eastern holiday or Eastern weekend. For the people who are maybe not familiar, in the Netherlands, we have first as Eastern? No, it's not Eastern. Um, I don't know how it's called in right English. Pinkster. Pinkster. I don't know. Hey, Tyne, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the live stream. So, but as I was saying, on Sunday we have this holiday, this how is it called? Pentecost. So we have on Sunday Pentecost, but we also have on Monday a second official holiday. With Sunday? Is that also an English word? With? What? It's a strange word. It's a strange word. It's Pentecost. Yeah. I saw it here on Google. Just looked it up. And we have Carl Fenton here. Hello, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to the live stream. Zachary 3D print lost his mind holiday. Yeah. Non-stick. That's so true. And officially, I have 3 days that I can do a lot of cool things. It's Pinse in Norwegian. Oh, cool. I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly. So the plans for me this weekend, I'm going to continue with my BQBX. Believe it or not, I have some issues with it. I know, it's weird. But I need to figure out some very nice profiles within Cura that works with the BQBX. If you are using the B1 profile, it does work, but still issues. And also because you have a direct drive, there are some settings that you might need to change. So yeah. So I have bought several things that I can use for the weekend. One of them is a whole airbrush set. If I think a year ago I bought a airbrush kit, or little air, yeah, it was an airbrush kit. So one single action spray gun airbrush, a little cheap rubber tube, and a little boxed compressor. You press a button and then it starts pumping. There is already air flowing out of the airbrush, so you can use it to spray paint on your models, but eventually when you are not using it, the tip is going to dry out and you get a blocked tip. So yeah, now I have a new kit with a official little air compressor specially made for airbrushes. It's a big one, not a official huge one, but just this big with a little air unit and a tank and a dual action airbrush. So this weekend I can start using it and see how much difference it makes. Because if you're following me on Twitter, you saw the Bulbasaur. I don't know if I can pronounce that name correctly, but the little Pokemon thing that I'm working on for my friend in America, Lithia. Lithia she's a streamer on Twitch. She is also very active on Twitter, and she saw one of my posts of a 3D printer. She reacted to it, and then I said, "Hey, I can make a Pokemon if you want." So she says, "Oh." So that way, I'm going to help her out and send one Bulbasaur to her with the nice colors, of course. But the thing that I have right now, I don't know if you could see it on Twitter, but it's nice, but I mean, it's not for me perfect. I mean, there are some little issues with the paint. Some I did with by hand, but I had too little paint, so I messed up a little bit. So that I'm going to do. So I'm going to post on Twitter. I'm going to post some pictures of the airbrush and the airbrush compressor. You are maybe going to see it on the channel as well. If there is a request for it, then I will certainly do that. If people don't want to see that, of course, then I will know it as well too. Nonstick, thank you for the 2 pounds. That is very nice. Because the robot told me. Did he? Oh yeah, stream. If it is annoying, please let me know. I can always kill the robots. We don't want to have a robot overlord or something like that, you know? I know. I have a vacuum cleaner, a iRobot Roomba. I called it Ava. So every time when we are talking about the robot, we say Ava. Hey, Randier Jansen, you are living in Brugske, but you are not visiting me. How is that possible? It's a long time ago. Yeah, indeed, so true. Yeah, so nice that you are back. One time I can give you a little direction that you can come and visit, drink some coffee, and talk about 3D printers, of course. Yeah, you know, what do we think about robots? I mean, all the 3D printers that we have are running on a controller board, and it makes some tasks, which is eventually a robot, right? I mean, I'm not talking about a normal office printer, because that is just a machine, but in a robot or in a 3D printer, there's an Arduino board, and Arduino boards are most of the times used also in robots. So yeah, somebody told me one time, or I read it somewhere, that a 3D printer is more a robot than just a printer. So yeah, and if you're running in Raspberry Pi, when you have a Raspberry Pi connected with your 3D printer, install Octoprint on it, and you do something like a spaghetti detector, when you install that plugin, it is going to watch what your printer is doing. If it detects that a printer is going to fail, then it stops. So it's getting more aware. And one of the key ingredients of artificial intelligence is that it knows when to interrupt with something like a print that is going to fail. It's a limited artificial intelligence in most of the cases. I was busy, but I didn't see you in the store. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, yeah, indeed. We need more robots. Let's let the robot kill us, and then we can live in peace. You know? Yeah, the printer behind me is spying on me. I know. I've got 9 printers standing here behind me, and they are watching me. Yeah, is it very random? Yeah, Carl, that is so true. When the parameters or the settings are not correct and it sees something that is off, when it is not off, then it will stop your print. Hmm. Yeah, perhaps non-stick in the naughty store. You know, the 18 plus store. But let's not go there because no, let's not go there in this Zachary 3 Prince hangout because very naughty. This is my little fidget spinner. Yeah, not fidget spinner, but always when I'm thinking, I'm playing with the Flexi dinosaur. Uh, yeah, I heard of it. I saw also a little part of a video from Thomas. Uh, I'm very interested in that, but um, um, yeah, but I still need to figure some things out, what I want to do, which kind of direction I want to go. So yeah, it was in a robot store. It was a robot store. Yeah, that can be very sexy too. If you have a lot of robots in a certain area, I want to see it. I want to see how it works. And if you know my videos from the earlier days, then you know that I'm also having this project in Move, and it's a humanoid robot with 2 Arduinos. So yeah, you are running scripts. One of the scripts that you are using is a chat robot. So if you say something to it, then it will respond to that what you are saying. If you make some hand gestures, then the robot is going to do something with that as well. So it's very awesome. But it's a big project, and I don't know if you know the channel from Steven Reiner. He is working on the InMove robot. He is very far. I'm not sure if what the name of the robot is. Severus, something like that. But it's a huge thing. It's life size. So if you have a free 3D printer somewhere doing nothing, then start working on that. It is a very awesome project, but be aware there are some electronics that has to be bought to get this robot working. And for me, at this moment, it's not possible to spend money that I can use for buying printers or upgrades for printers using for stepper motors or something like that. So for that reason, this project is on hold but not canceled. So I'm going to continue with it, but at a later stage. And also, to be honest, those videos were not watched that many. But maybe it's also because of the early days, and it was me in the kitchen, or the kitchen as a background. I mean, some people were joking about it, but oh well, what can we do about it, right? Yeah, sweets or donuts, that can also be nice. But, as 40 plus, you have to be careful for the things that you put inside of your mouth when it comes to eating. You don't run it away that easily. Now this where all the cool kids are hiding out. Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Randy Else is not a bad robot. Did everybody? Did some of you ever watched or played Detroit Become Human? My wife played that game, and it's a very awesome game. Not my type of game, you know, making some decisions, and then those decisions will have a different result in the end. I have not have seen it. Where is it now? You have not seen it, but where is it now? Well, it's on the basement. No, not basement. On the attic. Oh, by the way, for the people who don't know it, this place is going to be changed for the attic because we are going to make some little changes, and when all that is done, there is a new room that is going to be used for my YouTube channel. Robot for and the same purpose is a revolution almost as big as steam power. Yeah, indeed. But people are always have this idea when robots are going to be added to your work that people might lose their jobs. But if you are anticipating on it, you do other work, and the robots do your work. You will maintain the robot, or you do the programming of the robot, or you do some other things. Hey, Marcus, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Just joined in. I'm in a Chinese session. Feels comfortable. Chinese up. Well, bon appetit, monsieur. I don't know how it is called in Chinese. Bon appetit. Enjoy your meal. What's the game? Detroit Become Human. Basically, it's going about 3 main characters that are all. You have this robot agent called. I'm lost here. I don't know what the name was, but one guy. No, yeah, one guy, one girl robot. She is a. How is it possible? When it are female robots or male robots, we always call like him or she. I mean, our robot, the vacuum cleaning robot, we called Ava, and now I'm saying to my wife, did she already clean the floor? How crazy is that? I mean, if the 3D printers are robots as well, I don't have a name for that. Did my no? It sounds so weird. What's about? Yeah, Bad Robot. Yeah, I know that. One of those movies, if I'm not mistaken, I saw one recently. Um, uh, one movie that I saw last week. I cannot remember which movie that was. But I know you will know too. Egg fried rice, procedure to go. Yeah. 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 You know the thing is with robots in military, when they are programmed to do something, they will execute it. So if you don't know I'm not sure if you ever heard of the game Horizon Zero Dawn. The robots that were aware, they feed themselves on biofuel. Biofuel was in the first sentence mentioned as being plants and small animals, but those robots eventually were also feeding on humans. So yeah, when robots are going to be military militarized weapons, then sorry, weapons, then it's yeah, depending on which kind of mission they have, but it can be frightening. But if we can use robots in a good way to help people, yeah, depending on which kind of meaning you have on helping people. Yeah. I'm getting schooled by my FIFA too. Oh, that's nice. Carl, if you are able to send me a direct message, then I will ask you something. It might be a non-binary robot Hoover. Well, it could be, but it's having on the front this bumper, so when it hits something, it just goes trying to go through it. If it doesn't work, then it will go just around it and follow its path. Its path. Oh my gosh. Yeah, real food. Well, if food is 3D printed, it's still real food, but different arranged. But I do want to eat Chinese food soon. Yeah, thanks for the hints to what that movie was. Did I mention the movie? I was talking about Horizon Zero Dawn. This is a game from Sony or PlayStation or Sony PlayStation or PlayStation Sony. Oh. But the other one is also a game played on the PS4, now also on Steam. Not convinced. What do you mean? Or was that for the chat you have with somebody? Oh, yeah. Over on Facebook is also okay. Back after meeting. Hey, hello. How are you doing? Given Grave Banshee. Was it Grave Banshee? Yeah. Uh, yeah. So some things for me in English, it's hard to grasp what somebody is saying, but uh, scheduled for 30 minutes. Well, see you in 30 minutes. You're always welcome to come back. What? Well, don't want to ask me. You got your special treatment a few weeks ago. No. Yeah, everybody is free to contact me over on Facebook, direct message, or on Twitter. Robots movie. The Bad Robots movie studios. There was one movie that I saw, not about. I'm not sure if it was about robots, but I'm not sure which movie it was that I saw where I saw this little brands there. Just popping. Hello, Dan. Welcome to the live stream. I will be listening for a bit. I'm at work and will be leaving here soon. Yeah. I will see you later then. If you want to hang out, or if you start a stream and I can join, then I will hang out with you. It's always nice. How's the knee doing? Did something happen with your knee? Did I miss it? Did I miss something? Oh my gosh. Sometimes I'm always behind the news. Hey, that's me. This is not sponsorship from McDonald's, but it's the thing that also is shown by Dan sometimes. Just kidding, man. Am I confused? Am I? Yeah, sometimes it happens. Sometimes I'm confusing myself. Hey, what was I doing? And it's also sometimes people are saying, "Oh, you are confusing me." Yeah, I'm doing that myself too. I have also that same problem. No, just kidding. Uh, oh, get better well soon, buddy. Uh, hmm. Yeah, well, if it is too thin for a 2020, no, it was meant for 2020 extrusion into. Yeah, the only thing that I can advise or say, if something is too small or too big, check on Thingiverse to 3D print brackets for it and make it smaller. I mean, there are plenty of possibilities that you can use. So if you have mounting hardware that was meant for a 2020 or 1515, that would be possible. If it is metal, you know what I would do? I just try to drill some holes, put some tabs in it, and then screw it on there. But hey, that's just me. But I can imagine that maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe it's possible to look on Google for some adapters or some smaller brackets or smaller mounting plates. Most of the time, not most of the time, all my aluminum extrusions are from 2020 or 2040 or 3030. Never had the 1515 before, until the package of the Voron V0 arrived. Okay, that's fine then. Sure. But please take care of your health. You know, hope you get better well soon. Oh, I've really been struggling to make or alter the. Yeah, 1515 is very small. I think when you. Yeah. 1515s are not used that much. So if they are used on the Voron, for example. Are there other 3D printers that use 1515 extrusions? Does somebody know that? Yeah, if it is too large, scale it. But I think it's a 1515 extrusion, and he wants to make it smaller. So yeah. There aren't. Are you handy yourself? Because if you are, you can maybe buy a little aluminum plate from the same thickness and yeah, drill holes, tap, and put some wheels on it, or just depending on what you want to have, you know. Yeah, yeah, true. So if somebody wants to join, you can contact me on direct message, and then I can invite you. If you want to join the live stream, please with video and audio, because only audio, I don't want to do that. You know, I'm here. Everybody can see me, so have no fear. Uh, just a little check on this. I don't like those paper straws from the McDonald's. Um, print one. Yeah, it's also when it is possible, then you can print one as well. Yep. Yep. True. True. So, a new ticker on the bottom. Where are you currently working on? At this moment, I'm working on several things. Besides the fact that my little 8 square meters of place is filled with a lot of stuff, as you can see here, things are standing. Here is a old television standing on the FLSN QQS Pro. A lot of prints are standing there. On the Ender 6, it's also currently stuffed. And also on the back, three printers are standing here. The Ender 3V2, the BQBX, and all the way on the back there is the Prusa Mini standing. So yeah, and also if you don't know it by now, my resin printer, the Elegoo Mars 2 Pro, is standing in a little cupboard behind the desk. So for that reason, I'm not able to do any resin prints at this moment because of too little space. When I was running a channel with only 2 3D printers, nice. It was very easy to swap printers out or leave them on the desk. But in this case, also this desk contains 2 3D printers. Maybe I should give a printer away or something. Oh, you don't know, you didn't see, but I did check my Twitter. I have here also something. I can be very secret. So I'll take one. Oh, okay. I'm not going to ask which one do you want to have. Now, I did several. When I want to do a 3D printer giveaway, I want to give away a brand new 3D printer and not one where I did several things on. When it is going to break or something is going to happen, I know exactly what the printer is doing and what I did with it, you know? We have this relationship. Huh? Robot relationship. So yeah. If I'm going to give a 3D printer away and I know the address, then I will be able to send from something like Amazon or Banggood directly to this person and avoiding paying extra money for it on import fees or something like that. I don't know if it is possible, but something that I need to try out on smaller stuff, smaller things. Brackets. Yeah, so basically for the 1515 aluminum extrusions, there are two possibilities, or checking if it is there. I know Voron uses 1515 aluminum extrusions, so if you would Google it for those measurements or those extrusions, there must be something there. Or others, or other way, maybe checking on STL files on Thingiverse. Maybe something is there. Yeah, I haven't printed that much in resin, and I do need to say it's easy to take a print of an FDM machine and then start another print. But for resin, you need to let it drip out. Then you have to clean it up a little bit. Then you have to wash it. And then after that, you need to cure it. And then your print is done. And then you can repeat the process. But in the meanwhile, you also need to wear gloves. You need to wear glasses. You need to, stay protective or stay protected. So with the FDM, maybe wearing gloves to avoid any scars or any wounds by removing supports. But if you print something like this, you only take it from the plate, you remove the brim, and you're done. But with resin, you have to also be safe. But resin printing is going to come back on the channel, and you're also going to see more resin prints in the upcoming weeks, because Isan sent me a bottle of resin. So they asked me if I want to use it in my videos and see if I like it or not, and get my opinion about it. So no money was exchanged to get a better review of it. So I'm going to use it and give my honest opinion about it. I'll take one. Yeah, I know. Donate to local school. That is also something that I'm going to do, because I see a lot of people doing that. Joel, I know that Joel is doing that. Astro Printer, I also heard him saying that he donates his printers to the school. Most of my printers I want to keep. There are some reasons for that, because there are a lot of people asking me over on direct message on Twitter or on Facebook or some other places to check for some issues. To do that, I need to have also the same printer. For example, I got a lot of private messages about the EZ3 X1 3D printer. And yeah, basically the printer is discontinued on my channel, but not officially. But I'm not going to post a lot of videos from that printer anymore. Maybe the last video that I'm going to do with it is a final goodbye in the Z3DP style, which I still need to figure out what that is going to be. I was supposed to film the first print on the Mingdat D2 today. Is it that warm outside? Wow. Where are you living, dude? Did I miss your channel, YouTube channel? Please let me know. Yeah, well, basically, when I'm going to go to the newer room, it will be bigger. It will be almost half of the living room space, so at least 4 meters in width, and I think 6 meters, something like that. I need to measure how big the room is going to be, and that's just one room that I can use, but I can use the whole floor, you know. Um, the 500 V3. You mean the Mechta D2? Cool. Oh, rat rig. The rat rig. I still didn't watch the video from Teaching Tech about the rat rig. There's something that I need to do. €1,500. It's quite a lot. Oh yeah, cubic. That's a huge difference between one and the other. Can I say cool? Okay, so that part is arranged. Chinese duck eaten. Have a nice evening. Have a nice evening, and see you later, Marcus. It's nice that you were here. Oh yeah, tech and 3D. Yeah. Now I know. Cool. I only have short test video. Cool. I think I'm very curious. How getting me curious? Well, like that. Yeah. Last time you mentioned the link and I put it on. I pinned it and then I also, advertised a little bit. How many subs do you have right now, Monfam? Let's watch that together. Ba-da-bum-bum. Oh, we. Huh? I think you mean this printer? So this is your yeah. So this is your 3D printer that you are working on? Let's end this right this side. What direction to go? 32. I think the printer looks nice. I think it's also the way how the smooth rods are for the Z-axis. Looks very nice. I like. Just checking something. By the way, somebody mentioned to me on Twitter that the amount of M2 screws for the Voron kit build from forum bots are the amount is too little. Make sense? I have like 3. Which 3? Oh, 3 subs. Yeah. I know. I also don't have that many subs. No, all because of you, the great community. For what does Carl need mod power to do what? To post a message or a link or? hope that this is correct what I did. Oh, that would be nice. I mean, it's here on YouTube. It's very easily to make some videos, share it, and so that also other people can see what your experience and your progress is in it. It's always helpful. I mean, it doesn't have to be that crazy, but making documents or making some footage of it, it's always helping others out as well. I mean, I would like it. Most of my printers are all 2020, but if you do something special like this, it's awesome. And I do need to say that the printer looks cute, nice. Got to go right now. Okay, cool, man. I'd do like to see the progress on this Prusa i3 wrap clone machine. It's very interesting. Good afternoon. Yeah, here it's good evening. And for non-fam, it's also afternoon, right? And for Carl, it's also evening. How you doing, Michael? How you doing, sir? Good evening. Hey, Kieran Clark, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Good morning. Where's my mouse? Where's the message? No, not that one. Morning for me. So that would mean that you are from China? Or somewhere on the Asian side? Cool. Oh, Western Australia. Cool. I'm back, kinda. I'm just working out here. I'm working out something here to. So. Yeah. I need to see how to make a screenshot a very fast way. Just a second. There's Chrome, there's Chrome, there's Chrome. Just check this out. So that part is arranged. Um, okay, cool. Southern Hemisphere. In Perth. Wasn't that also the place where Angus is living? We see him doing my greetings. No. Oh, really? 4:45? Wow, that's very early indeed. Oh, you're sad? Why? Yeah, of course, if you don't want to say it, that's also fine. I mean, cool. You can do that. Bless you. Beautiful. Oh, that's cool. So somebody was helping me 2 weeks already. Is that true? He hooked me up with several things. So it's a very special viewer supporter announcement. So Carl Fenton, thank you very much for this the support, the extra things you did for me and also for the channel. So for that reason, I have bought a spool of PLA filament Airy 1. And yeah, thank you, Carl, for your support the last few weeks. Like I said, it's very nice that he has done that. A little suggestion, little how you call that? A little thing, a small thing that I can do back for him. Thank you. I felt like, huh? Yeah, I also had something like that. You know, standing standby. I was allowed to sleep, you know, but still. You did? Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I worked in the past. I worked in shifts, but not my kind of thing. I do all the hard work now. Your my internal sleep. Which kind of shifts are you working in Make a Viking? Uh I'm not doing any hard work. The 3D printers do the work. It took me some months to, to make videos, stand in front of the camera, even though I wasn't that kind of person that wants to stand in front of the camera. But I like it. I like sharing my experience on YouTube about 3D printers. And of course, there are always people who have better ways to explain things, but I do my thing. Or you have to be winded up? I don't know. Is that the right word? Ah, you got your own business. Ah, that's cool. Indeed, then doesn't really matter. Next up, oh, we're getting take out instead of take out instead of mowing. I have also this saying that I heard, and I find it very funny. I have a photographic memory, but the film ran up several years ago. Now we have everything on cards. Really? Oh, thank you. No. Does somebody else want to join the live stream as well? By the way, didn't I show this on Twitter? Did I show this on Twitter? I think not. So, yeah, I know it's a white. I have a spool of white filament on the BQ, and I have it on the Ender 3 V2. But this is a box from Clock Spring. That works. It's very nice. It's awesome. Little flexi racks fits in there as well. So now it doesn't get out. Takes 3 hours to do that with a tractor? Wow. Oh yeah, yeah. That happens when you your company is international and you work with people at some other points. Then, yeah. I have also several things to do. One is mowing the lawn. It's a small lawn. It's I guess almost 6 meters wide and maybe 5 meters, something like that. It's not big. Just 30 minutes max. You're trying to level your bed where you are going to sleep on, or the one that is going to be print something on? I don't know, but sometimes my bed leveling or my BL touch doesn't always work. I don't know if other people have that same issue, but sometimes it looks like it's just sits there and do nothing anymore. You have that too? 18 horsepower. I think that's good. Yeah, I need to push them. Oh. Oh my gosh. And the 6. How are your prints looking from the NS6? Is this much better now? Yeah. The only thing, I don't know why it happens. So if you know why it happens, then you can solve the issue. I think it has to do something with the version of the BL Touch. I'm not sure, but I noticed that on my MacBook Pro, when I put the SD card from the NS6 on it, I see a little file called EEPROM. So it's not stored into the main board, it's stored on the SD card. So if you're switching SD cards, maybe something happens there, I don't know. And also, the same issue happened on my Ender 3 V2. So, yeah. Can't find out with bad, lol. Really? There's a new model out for, yeah? Which is the latest version? Because the latest version that I find is from March this year. I know that it's the 1.0.4.9. But only the Ender 6 SD card. Yeah, this is an adapter, you know, but the firmware I have on another SD card, and that I use formatted. There I put the firmware on, and then I put it in the machine. I've not looked, but it's not the one you just said. I did many prints already after the initial installation of the BL Touch, and after several tries, went well. I just turned the printer on, I started a print and did something else in the meantime. So eventually it was working very nice. Oh yeah. I think Reality did a better job to actually save it onto the EEPROM if it is on the board, you know. That would be much greater, because if your EEPROM is messed up on the SD card, or you use something else, what's going to happen, you know? Or maybe it's going to save another EEPROM on another card. Maybe you need to find that out. But the only thing when the firmware is, or when the BL Touch is not working, because what you do get, it starts doing the autobat leveling sequence, and then it goes back to the home position, and then the whole printing finish progress bar, you see that it's increasing without doing anything else. So it's the fastest print ever, and you don't even notice it's there. Yeah, it's invisible. You don't see it. It's there. Maybe it's nanotechnology. Yeah. Because if your EEPROM file on the SD card gets corrupted, then you're doomed. Yeah, exactly. So sometimes it happens. The only thing you can do is, switch the printer off, switch it on, and see what happens. What happens if you are doing that again? So for that reason, I have a SD card with the firmware laying inside of the printer. If I get something like that, I just shove the card back in there, reboot the printer, and let the firmware be reinstalled. Yeah, I think Carl, I think Creality needs to do more R&D on that, more improvements doing on that to make sure that firmware get as much as possible upgrades or updates, making sure that little issues like a BL Touch installation or some other things are solved. I mean, when you buy a phone, you get every time a new update package. Yeah, I know that is. Wait, just the CR200B. I think, and also when they are really listening to the community on Facebook, on Twitter, or maybe some other social media platforms, I think they do a great job. I mean, not that they make silly suggestions, but really serious topics or serious features that people want to see. I think they are doing well. You can edit the EEPROM, but it's over my head. Yeah, I can imagine. It's a thing on something like Creality printer. No, on a preset printer. When you are doing some little adjustments, then it can be stored on the EEPROM. But wicking in the text file and then changes there, no way. I've heard that leaving the firmware on the SD card while tuning it I've heard that leaving the firmware on the SD card while tuning it on every time apparently reinstalls. Does it? Yeah, like editing Marlin. I have the BQBX standing behind me. There are so many things that you can change in the settings on this machine. I mean, for the advanced users, it's very useful. I don't see myself as a advanced user because some things I still don't know. But then, do you really have to know everything to be advanced? No, I'm saying that I'm a beginner. There are so many things that I don't know, which I think some things can be very basic. But I know more ways a little bit around Marlin. But if I can see how much is possible on the in the menu of the BQBX, wow. Sorry, typing with one hand. Fast lol. Yeah. I only need two hands. One hand. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if you have some time, non-stick, you know what you can do? Just, I don't know if you have Marlin on your computer. Install Marlin and just read everything, you know? In the config dot in the how is it called? I don't know. There is one file where every setting from your printer is in that it is going to work. And when you read it, it basically says behind every why I'm doing difficult. So just a second. Back up. So I'm going to share my screen right now. So this is from the SD card, which came by the Creality Ender 6. And here you have several files. One is software and drive. When you click on it, you got a file here, eeprom.dot. This is where some settings of the 3D printers are stored in. Back. Some USB drivers. So I am going to do like this because you don't want to see all of my files. Oh yeah, configuration.h. So I'm going to open it with a text editor. So especially for the people who are interested in this, so this is basically the configuration.h text. So when you are going to do something with a 3D printer firmware, this is the file. This is the basic, the what do you call it? This is where your 3D printer runs on. I am not. I'm not a advanced user to know everything here, but there are some little things that you can change in this file, and once you are happy with the result, then you are going to compile it. You are going to upload it onto the board on the chip, and once that is done, you're going to reboot your printer and you are going to use the printer. So everything for e-steps or temperature or size of your bed or size of your printer, everything is in here. Just going through some chats right now. Okay. Yeah, because one thing that you don't want to have is plastic melting before it reaches the nozzle. Because you get such a gooey mess inside of the cool zone, you don't want to have that. Well, I could, but can access it. I'm not sure what you mean non-stick, but I think it's going about the firmware from the NS6. Non-stick is just hanging out, and nice to have you here, Anne. Okay. Yeah. If your 3D printer mainboard is not open, you have to open it up. Usually it's done by or an Arduino board or a special USB kind of stick or USB stick, and that one is going to be put on the board and connected with your computer, and then you can install the ICSP controller, and that way it's opening up the USB port, and then you can hook your 3D printer to your laptop, and then you can upload everything onto your board. So basically, I'm not going to explain everything, but here, getting started, here you have also some reps and YouTube video links, calculators, everything that you might need to starting with something like this. So here, there are some basic guidelines here for Delta Printer. Start with one of the configuration files in the config example Delta directory to customize your machine. So, for example, if I want to put another board in my FLSun QQS Pro, I can use almost every board there is available. For example, if I have a big 3-tech board, SKR Mini E3 V2, I can change the firmware. This is the firmware from that board, and I can do some changes that this board can handle a Delta 3D printer. So, but here you have a lot of things that here the baud rate for this board is at 115200. Define Bluetooth here. Define motherboard. That is the motherboard. So the big 3-tech SKR Mini E3 V2. Also the name, you can change a custom name if you want. I also did that with my Prusa cologne in the early days. Yeah, it's true. I'm on a Mac. And sometimes I have some problems because Prusa slicer I cannot, Cura slicer I cannot use. No, sorry. Reality slicer I cannot use on my MacBook. So yeah. I want to see. What do you want to see? Um, yeah, yeah. With G codes you can change some things, but you know, Apple is evil. Are you sure? I mean, most viruses are on the Windows, so you are running in my Microsoft machine or a machine with Microsoft Windows, and that one has more viruses and malware and stuff. So I'm not saying anything here. Still here, putting in new car models in my web shop. Take a little longer than I planned. Cool. Kind of, I guess. Yeah, Bluetooth. Yeah, if your control board has a Bluetooth built in or a module on there, then you can activate it in here. Don't use the Creality slicer. Yeah, it's the if they have the perfect profiles in Creality slicer for something like the MS6, then you can copy those profiles onto normal Kira. They are all evil. Hey, but we can make a computer out of a Raspberry Pi, right? So if you have, for example, a dual nozzle like John Schone from Proper Printing was showing, here you have settings for that. A dual nozzle that uses a servo motor to raise or lower both of the nozzles, for example. Or here, a dual extruder that uses a single stepper motor. There are several things that you can change right in here. Just read and change the thing. And you can take away the two slashes or backslashes and then commanding it. So then it's going to be active. Define parking extruder. Also, here switching tool head. So I never saw that in earlier versions of this firmware. So they have a lot of extras now in here. Here, a whole section on switching tool head. So you also have here terminal settings. And here you can read many things about the thermistor sensors and stuff that has to do with heat. So that's cool. PhD settings. Bed temperature control. At this moment, my bed is cold. All 9 of them. end stop settings. So I had on my ANET A8 board, the one that was used by the CTC Prusa i3 clone, had many end stop issues. I had to switch. I had to change. For example, here, everything is on false, but then you have to change false into true to invert the logic of the end stop. So it's, if you see what you need to do and change the setting, upload it again to your printer, use the printer, see what it does. Doesn't work, then you have to switch it off, or keep working on it until it is reaching the right results. Also here, movement types. For example, if you change your lead screw from a threaded rod into a lead screw with single start, 2-start, or 4-start, here you can change the default axis steps per unit. Here it says 400. It is the same kind of lead. The Creality Machines uses a 4-start lead screw with a pitch of 8 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken. So this value is 400. But if your lead screws are having a lower pitch, then this value is going up, so to 1600. It's, in most of the cases, it are always rounded values. So 80, 400, and yeah, the last one is for the stepper motor for the extruder, so that I don't count. But when I was a few months ago, when I was changing the Prusa, I had to go into the firmware to adjust the lead screws. So, or 400, or 800, or 1600, or 3200, something like that. And it works. But I haven't used that printer in a long time, so I need to do that. Here also define default max acceleration. So here you can see exactly 500, 500, 100, and 5000. So here you can see exactly how fast your printer maximum will go. So if this is standard in your firmware and you are going to use Cura Slicer, you're going to start printing something and you want to crank the speed up for the printer, this is your maximum acceleration, which is possible on your printer. Change it here and you'll get some other results in Cura and eventually on your 3D printer. So I have the BQBX and I had this wild idea. Yeah, sometimes that happens. At one moment, yesterday, I thought, what happens if I take my micro SD card, 40 and the 3V2, and put it right into the BQBX? Can I do that or can't I do that? Will it crash? What will happen? So because it is coming from the V2, the Ender 3 V2, it's also having the G29 under the G28, so the ABL. So it went to all the 25 points because G29 is translated in the BQBX saying you have to do the mesh bed leveling. So it did. And then it started to print the one line and one back, and then it started to print. And as you could see, the two-face was on Twitter. So that one was printed with an SD card from the Ender 3 V2. So that is awesome, right? So I need to tweak it a little bit more down, the slicer settings for the BQBX, because the BB1 or the B1 from BQ is not working very nice on the BX. So now I tested the Ender files or the Ender settings on the BX, I need to see if that is working better. But I do need to say that print was very slow. I mean, really slow. So I need to fine tune that as well. So guess what happens this weekend? Further, also, somewhere is a point where you can also change your printing volume. Okay, here. This is a standard firmware for your big 3-tech board. I don't see here from where it came, so okay. But here, define reality touch. Little question, guys. How long this firmware comes from a few months ago, but here already says define Creality Touch. A little bit higher, define BL Touch. So Creality was already working on this for quite some time. I went to install it. Clipper. Yeah, I can also install Clipper on the FL7 QQS Pro. Maybe I'm going to do that. More likes than viewers. Yeah. Some people come, like, and go. I thought you were a beginner. Yeah, I am. I mean, there are some people working on VAC code, like Chris does. So, you know. $42? Well, 42. Level 42. So, back to the story of the Creality Touch. I'm very curious, by the way. So, if there are new machines coming or new accessories for a 3D printer, you might want to download the latest firmware from Marlin. And yeah, okay, this board, especially for the Ender printers from Creality. So that's something like the Creality Touch isn't there. Isn't that strange, right? But so you uncommented when you installing your Creality Touch, upload the firmware onto your main board, and then it's working. Because if you uncomment this, everything that has to be, everything that works with the BL Touch way of bed leveling, it will be automatically done. Because here it says pressure sensor with a BL Touch-like interface. And then you see define Creality Touch. Because the basics is still the same as the BL Touch from End Claps. Yeah, and you also have a Z probe Allen key. See the Delta example configurations. And also to probe offset 10, 10, something. I was working quite a lot in this kind of file when I was working on the ANET ET4, ANET A8 board. Yeah, but Kieran, I think even when you have one and you do a lot of things with it, you are professional in that one. Then you can expand your experience with buying another printer. A little bit different or different one. I do have a Raspberry Pi board laying around here, so I might install Clipper on that very soon. Something else that I can show here, the printer volume. So when you are switching on the BL Touch or the Creality Touch or any pro kind of thing, this is the bed leveling, and here you can switch in which kind of leveling you want to do that. 3-point, linear, bilinear, UBL, or mesh bed leveling. And then here, define, restore leveling after G28. Enable logging off. And a lot of things that you can see or read in here tells you what you can do and what is going to happen. Everything that I can add something here next to this sentence, make sure that the user or the one that is going to read this file see what it is going to do, and that is a great thing. I can tweak an STL in Tinkercad. I do that too. And make basic models. So yes, only a beginner. Oh yeah, indeed. And the more you do, the more you learn. Is Kieran droid builder? Cool. I like droids. I like robots. Hey, Mr. Maker! But I see everybody saying sub dude, but what's sub? Super up? I see it every time, but I still wondering what sub mean. What's up? Something like that. I'm great. I'm doing fine. I'm just reading a whole firmware on the configuration.h folder. Not much. What's up with you? Yeah, it's from what is up. Okay, cool. Sup. Here also something with the skew factor. You can do a lot of things here. Additional information or additional features. the EEPROM, and 500 and 501 and 502. Very handy. So if you want to do something on preheating of your PLA or your ABS, you can do that here. And you can even put more settings in there. As you see on the Prusa machines, for example, you have PLA, you have ABS, you have PET-G, hips, you have here. This is the place where you can do that. You just copy everything, you name it, rename it in PET-G or hips or PC or different kind of other thing. You can do that in here. So don't limit yourself if you have PLA and only ABS. If you are changing something in here and upload it to your printer, then you can put also PET-G and other filament kinds in there. Is that Clipper? No, it's not. It's just a configuration.h file from the big 3-tech SKR Mini E3 V2 board. In this case, is for the V2. But I'm showing right here how the basic settings you can change to make a nice firmware, which in my case always worked. Nozzle park, something like here. Park the nozzle at a given X, Y, Z position on idle or G27. Something like that. Divine nozzle clean feature. So you can, if you uncomment this and you have something like a tray or something that you can wipe your nozzle, the oozing away, then this is very ideal. You can also protect your printer with a password. Yeah, and then you get everything with LCD and SD support. But I was looking for the printer. The prints should be here somewhere. Is the Clipper? No. Marlin is his editor. No, the thing is, this is just a text reader. I do have Marlin on here, but I'm just using the text editor or the text reader was, yeah, text editor to read it. But also here I can make those changes and then, do something with it. Yeah, did you do that? Nice. I also changed the configuration file. Use a more advanced text editor. Yeah, normally I would use Marlin for this. Cool. Notepad plus exactly. No, sorry, it's not Notepad plus plus. Oh, that is awesome. Kicked out of all the safety stuff. No, notepad, no text editor. Duet 2 Wi-Fi should be nice. Yeah, I think too. Never worked with the Duet. Yeah, it's a Mac. Oh, that is. Yeah, I've heard that, Michael. That's so nice. Yeah, Mac. I'm going to get some drink. Just a moment. I'll be right back. Ja, dat is die dan. Yeah, I think when you are, I'm back. Hello. I think when you are using your browser to adjust or doing some little tweaks, it's very awesome. So this is a very nice way to view your firmware. Yeah, if there's a possibility to get from some 3D printer the firmware and budget like I did now, when something is not working, you can always try to tweak it here a little bit. So this is this is from the 9th of October. So you can imagine that Reality Touch was announced in April of 2021. And this file is from 9th of October of 2020. So see where it is going? Yeah, family friendly. EPS 32? What? Yeah, indeed, I have a Mac. Zach has Mac. Too late, I'm back. What's a Mac? Mac is a decent computer. Yeah, it's very slow. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how slow it is. Sometimes my video editor has problems with it. All fine, all well. Mm. Um, yeah, see you later. Nice to have you here. Now that you mention it, I do have a project in mind for my son's room. Oh, LEDs. LEDs are so cool. New picture. No, that doesn't like. I don't have beer. No, this is Friday evening. Come on. Are there some cool things we can watch? Oh, I have an idea. Let's go to Kickstarter and see if there is a brand new printer there. Let's watch again. 3D printer. By Magic. No, I don't want to go by Magic. So we have here several. Hades. Hades. Okay. Okay, so this is a crowdfunding for so I'm not going to mention it, I'm going to show it. Okay. So this is Hades. It is a CO2 laser and a 3D printer. It's currently 26 days to go. It has 3 backers and only $3 or €3. I can also switch over to no, I can. So Hades is a CO2 laser, a 3D printer. It's constructed with large 4040 aluminum extrusions, heavy duty. Early tests. Yeah, I need to be careful because if there is music under the video, then I will get a little thing on my YouTube channel saying that the fuck. It has only been released on the thing that it is. So this is their timeline, shipping in July of June 2022. Okay. So a pledge of $1. I thank you. Wow, that's by Wall of Fame. Laser engraved keychain if you pledge $10 US. A $15 for a 3D printed keychain. 20 or more is for a 3D printed and laser engraved keychain. Very nice. A mini Hades machine. Your name will also be added to our Wall of Fame. Nobody backed this. Oh. And for a whopping $6,300 US or more, Hades. This is what you are here for. Hades CO2 laser and a 3D printer. You will receive your very own fully assembled units. A structure manual, 3 kilograms or 1 kilograms of filament, everything you need to be up and running. Your name will be also added to the large to our Wall of Fame. The delivery is in June of 2022 and only to the United States shipping. And 0 backers. So this is a 3D printer and CO2 laser, which is in a very early stage of development. And the machine is for the consumer, but also industrial market. Here, consumer. So. But what do you guys think of this? No. I think this started 3 days ago, something like that. As for 26 days ago, it's pledge 60,000. They have a pledged goal of 59,483 euros. So that means that they have a long way to go to reach their goal. Yeah, $6,300 US. I mean, would you pay that for that? Yeah. The thing is, if we are talking about industrial grade machines, I can name several that are very professional, and you pay half of the price. I mean, the Race 3D E2 Ultimaker. And the CO2 laser, you can buy for less than $200 US. You can buy a laser engraver. I don't know what's so special about this laser. So I'm going to check it out later and see how special this is. Because why would you pay $6,300 for this. I think. Okay, question to the viewers. What if you want to launch a 3D printer on Kickstarter? Which kind of price range are you going to hang on your printer? I mean, for example, Jade Labo G1. This company is also very new, but the machine that they putting on Kickstarter is a machine that can compete with other IDEX 3D printers. So, yeah, how much money can you get available to start some test productions to show on your Kickstarter campaign and also be able to deliver? For commercial use, big bed size is critical because having some load, the thing is costs a lot of money. Yeah, indeed. I mean, you also need to see the earning back of this machine. I mean, if you can get a decent 3D printer with a printed volume of 500, 500, 500, you can print a lot of big parts or big things, big prototypes of things, and the machine will pay itself back. But in this case, 6,300 euros. That's quite a lot of money, you know? I think the machine from Mosaic, the Elements HT is costing, the cheapest one is costing 6,000 US dollars. And I think it's a decent amount of money, but the possibilities are very much because you can put 8 different kind of colors on the backside of this printer and you can print in multi-materials. So, yeah. I hope I don't. I want to put it on play, but there will be a short audio sound coming through. So yeah, I cannot put any sound under it. So you don't hear anything, but if you are interested in this or you want to hear some background on this machine, yeah, you can check it out on the Kickstarter campaign. Okay, linear rail. Yeah, little devil on the plate. Getting hot. Okay, big stepper motors. BL Touch. 3D Touch. 3D Touch is a clone. It's no good. Okay, so yeah, on the backside there is this tube for the laser. Yeah, that is my thought too. I mean, how this especially this looks like it looks nice. What's that? Capricorn tubes. What's it doing? So, but I think it's quite expensive. 6,300 euros. They already made it. Why don't they just make the order instead of? Yeah, yeah. This is yeah true. I mean, there are several brands starting a brand new company to get this idea or this concept started, and they look awesome. For example, the Jade Labo G1 is a perfect example. But I also see some things passing by where you can have doubts if it ever is going to be a serious product. I think the product looks nice, but the price is very high. I don't know why the price is like this. But yeah. Yeah, so there are several things that I need to do with my 3D printer design, but I want to order parts this week and need to make some little adjustments in on the design for the front side, the back side, also for the controller board where this is going to be housed in. Um, yeah. If you have a low price, yeah. Yeah, sure. But I think I don't know how other people might think about this. If you are starting up and you have no budget, you don't get any credits from banks. Um, you can use something like Kickstarter to get your first funding to start something, but uh, you, you have to order some parts. You have to order some things to make this 3D printer a reality, to do something with it. Because if you have a 3D printer on paper, but you don't have anything in hand, people are not really going to invest money in that. If you can show what your product is going to be in the end, or how far it is in the development phase, and you get prints out of it, people see that it is working, then you get more reliability that you are going to deliver eventually the product. Not something like, hey people, I need some money. Please give me some money for my Kickstarter campaign. So no, please people on Kickstarter, send me some money, then I can do this startup for a project, and you're never going to see anything of it anymore. No, that's not how it works. It's people need to see what they can expect. And also here, the ProForge, I don't know what this print is about. A few weeks ago, I looked into it. Here, the goal is not reached, but that I will show later. We have 110 backers, but you see an actual product here. So this is a real machine which you can buy. 27 days to go, 1 day longer than the one that we saw, even though this was longer on Kickstarter. Also very important, if it is going about a 3D printer, pictures are very important, videos are very important, but also what your printer can do, what your printer can print, and also talk with the designer of the model if they can use it with their printer, right? I saw somebody saying about a Godzilla or a bear without using any permission. Here, Spider-Man by at Eastman. Vertex Keep by. So yeah, gates, belts, Meanwhile power supply, big tree tech board, Lodo motors, Trinamic. I don't know. You are not starting, no. You are not allowed to do Kickstarter without. Yeah, is that now the case? Oh, that's better. Because I heard there were some moments that you can, without any product, start a Kickstarter campaign. There were been a lot of scammers. Because it's always good to mention when I'm making videos about product on Kickstarter, I always try to remind people of it. It's not a web shop where you buy the product. You are backing the product, and as a reward, when the printer is going to be produced, you will get a unit. But bigger companies will actually deliver the product. I do need to say that the big BQBX was a long wait for me. Oh my gosh. Really? So this one, dual switching hot end, Uh, so this 3D printer cost for three, yeah, it cost $769. So I don't think it's too bad. And now it ships everywhere in the world. And it's not available anymore. Huh? No, everything is not. Yeah, Snapmaker. They did it twice on Kickstarter, but it's a great machine. I see how it looks. The design looks amazing. It's very clean, very. But I'm still wondering why they went for a second Kickstarter. No, I'm not anymore. Wait. Snapmaker spent so much on marketing? Did they? No, I'm not on that Kickstarter. This is a cheaper one. This is a one that looks very nice. Works also with a lot of known brands. And I do need to say that this one looks nice, but I wouldn't put any money in it because I already backed 2 Kickstarter campaigns. So I wasn't showing anything. Oh my gosh! No, guys, sorry. So let's do that again. So this is the ProForge 3, currently under 10 backers. It's not fully reached its goal, and it has 27 days to go. 1 day longer than the other one that I was showing. It's a very decent machine. You see a very nice print, and also mentioned from which designer it is. That is the way to go. And then you have a spec sheets, precise, reliable, fast. I do need to say that is a nice Core XY 3D printer. And also standard branded materials. Gates belt, meanwhile, Big Tree Tech, Lodo Motors, Trinamic. It's upgradable with some awesome other brands as Raspberry Pi, Acula, Umbron. It's not familiar for me, but as I see, the ProForge 3 kit is already sold out. I mean, oh wait, can I select this? Can I? Oh, okay, still available. Oh, I don't want. So it's still available. Also out bed leveling. So it's a very nice 3D printer, but I'm not going to back it because I already backed 2. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Hello. Hey, non-fucks given. Welcome back. Have you at home for dinner? Okay, yes, sure. Bon appetit, monsieur. Thanks for the stream. Yeah. I will be streaming later on, I guess. Isn't that a reality thing? What do you mean? So, but I believe with 27 days to go, I think they are going to reach their goal. It's a very solid machine. So, design for 3D printer, Blender Masterclass. Looking nice. I don't know what you can do with it. Chocolate made too. It's not a 3D printer, but you can print chocolate with it. I won't recommend it. I can tell you that because the machine is expensive. It's over 4,000 US dollars. Yeah. Tired from a long week at work. Working on your bathroom? That is nice. And does it look like the end of 5? And the 6. Does it? No, there. You know, for the ProForge, you have 2 different kind of filaments that you can use on on 2 different hot ends. The system that Proper Printing was using is also a switching hot end, but it was triggered by the things that he had installed on both sides of his Ender 3. In this case, the switching is done by a servo motor. Cool. It's always handy to be able to do things yourself. Is Tim still in the chat? So I can also say something about the JLabo G1. In this case, you can also see how much this is funded. For example, the chocolate mate is funded for 363%. So it's tripled funded. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. So the chocolate mate, like mentioned, it's a very expensive machine. It's over the 4,000 US dollars. Am I lying or am I not? Yeah. 4,000, 4,300 euros. And so we have Mr. Dan here. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you doing, sir?
I've been better, but I'm still kicking. So
Alive and kicking.
Yep. Yeah. The last week has not been good to me. So I've been trying to rest, but I figured I haven't streamed in a while, and you had said you'd probably be on for a little bit, so I figured I'd pop in and say hi.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's easier to join a stream than start a stream when I don't feel good, because at least if I join the stream, I can say, all right, guys, I gotta go rest. Yeah, I got a couple teeth. I got a couple teeth that are bothering me, and my knee, and so getting old sucks. Falling apart. So, what were we looking at, good sir? I do apologize. I just popped back in and noticed you were still streaming and thought you were looking at something, but I didn't see what it was. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, this was the chocolate printer. I can hear myself.
Nice.
The chocolate printer, 4,300 euros. It's a little bit expensive, but we were looking to the 3D printers. The Jade Label G1, one of the printers I have pledged
Yep.
because
I did catch that video that you had with Jade, right? It's Jade herself, yeah. So
Yeah.
I did catch that video. That was a good video.
yeah, it was my first real interview. So she was nervous, I was nervous. We both had a great time,
Oh yeah, it was a good video.
and I'm helping her as well with getting some things started with something like the stream, setting up things for YouTube. So I'm multitasking in that. So, but I think a product like this looks very amazing, and yeah, it's nice, and it's also for my business, and also a little toy, you know.
Yep. I was just looking through chat. Hello to everybody in chat, by the way, that said hi. I saw a few of you, so yeah. I'm currently rocking a knee brace there. So yeah, I made a stupid on last Friday, so a week ago. I made a stupid coming down my stairs, and I stepped wrong, and at my knee, instead of my knee bending like it normally does, it bent out to the side. So I bent my leg at my knee out the side and tore a little bit on the inside.
Wow.
So, yeah, I went to the emergency room. They put me in an immobilizer. I went and saw the physical therapist or the occupational orthopedic surgeon. There we go. I saw the orthopedic surgeon the other day, and the orthopedic surgeon said, "Wear the brace. Don't do anything stupid. Take your naproxen. It's basically like a leave, but it's the medical strength of leave. And then use the crutches. If it doesn't hurt, walk on it. If it starts to hurt, use the crutches," is what he said. So luckily, the last couple of days it hasn't really bothered me. And today the swelling was down, but as the day went on, my knee is puffy again, so it's all swelled up again. So I'm sitting out here in the garage with it elevated for a little bit. Figured I'd come out and join you on a stream, and depending on how the mouth feels and how long these guys will let me talk, because I've got one on the bottom here that they're going to pull, and I got one up top that they need to drill and fill. So it's this side of my mouth is in pain right now. So that's why, if you notice, I kind of favor this side of my mouth when I talk, because it hurts.
But still cool that you joined the live stream.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's been almost a week or a little over a week since anybody actually saw my face. I figured I better at least come out and say hi.
That's cool.
You know, plus I'm just chatting with you, good sir. I haven't had a chance to actually talk with you in a while. You've been streaming at opposite times of when I've been around or had available time. So it was nice to finally get to play catch up.
Catch up.
Yes.
Yeah, I always like to chat with you and with Zolon and Commercian and Chris and some other people, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But sometimes I get invitations to join other live streams, but then I have visitors or I'm watching a movie with my wife together. Yeah. Busy times. Also, I have other plans for tomorrow evening probably, so but maybe I can join on Sunday or some other day. Where are you working on, Dan?
Right now, a whole lot of nothing. I got to get I got my box in from Printed Solid for the month, so I got my 2 new filaments there, and because I hurt, I couldn't wait to make a video, so I opened it. So I've got those already, but I've got to get the video put together for longer for their PLA. I got to get that put together. So hopefully Sunday I got to work because it's graduation. They need somebody to run the streaming equipment while they stream graduation. So I get to go in on Sunday and run the streaming equipment for the graduations for 8th grade and 12th grade or seniors here. So I got to do that, and then, but I'm hoping that Saturday I'll have some free time to get that going. I'm hoping maybe tonight even get the filament loaded up in the printer and then do a couple of little prints, XYZ cube, maybe a Cali cat, just a couple of quick, simple prints, get a benchy done. And then once those are done, then I'm going to use some of my printed solids and my Jesse, some of the new stuff I got. That way it's open package to open package, new filament to new filament. That way I'm doing a fair comparison, and somebody can't say, well, maybe your printed solid didn't, turn out good because it was, sitting up there in the open air in a humid room for, a long period. Maybe that's why the printed solid turned out worse. If it does, I'm not saying it will, but if it does in the print, they'll be like, oh, well, that's why. And at least this way I can say brand new package, opened, run it versus what I always run, which is my printed solid Jesse. Open it up and run it, and a lot of that filament that's up there has been through one humidity cycle already and is going into a second one. So I'm not really worried about it being garbage filament. I know it's good stuff. So.
Yeah, the first thing that I always do, I always have on my SD card a standard calibration cube and a standard benchy. If I get new filament, I'm not sure which kind of settings to use. I start printing the calibration cube and a benchy. You don't waste that much filament, and you can see exactly, are these the right settings? Can I just use the normal standard PLA setting, or do I need to tweak it a little bit?
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to do those, and then I was also going to grab the retraction tower and run a retraction tower too, just to see how that turns out.
I never printed that one, From all of the time that I'm working with 3D print, I never did that.
The retraction tower is neat because it's just the two towers, and as it goes, you can see where the wisps disappear.
Yeah.
So I figured I'll do a retraction tower too, and see kind of how that'll turn out. So I was figuring a retraction tower, a benchy, and a cube would be the three that I would run, and then just kind of do a side by side comparison of this is Jesse brand new out of the pack. This is longer 3D PLA right out of the pack. Here's the difference. And the nice part is they're different colors, so it'll be easy to tell the difference between one and the other. And for those, I'll record those with, since my phone is the best camera I've got, I will record those with my phone and not the webcam. That way I can get, hopefully get a nice view of layer lines and stuff like that. And if there's any ripples in it, you'll see that stuff. So. But a lot of that stuff can be, boiled down to slicer settings too. So any of the crazy inconsistencies that I get with print, just any of that crazy stuff that shows up in a print from slicer settings, can't necessarily hold that against the filament. You know what I'm saying? So if I have some of my slicer settings tweaked a little bit, and they're not perfect, I make sure that what I do with one is what I do with the other. So if there's an imperfection on one, it's on both. And that stuff can be, say, hey, look, issues here are slicer setting, not filament. But all in all, it'll be how does it print and stuff like that. And I might even try to be a wise guy and do a speed print test too, and try and run a XYZ cube, but run it at 100 or 100 and maybe 120 millimeters a second on the mini, just to see how that does. You know what I mean? Just it's silly, but run one in each filament at the same and see. Here's the settings I used, and
I think that's a great one. It's a simple thing, but if it is printed quickly with the less filament, you get a lot of benefits of it.
Oh yeah,
because
and the nice. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say the nice part is I've got the FL Sun too, so I've got that I can try it out. I figured run a couple prints on the Mini, a couple prints on the FL Sun, and then flip, and then do the same thing. So basically, slice the file twice, once for the FL Sun and once for the Mini. I can print one on one while I'm printing one on the other, and then when those are done, flip filaments and then do it again. Because I figure all in all, the slicer setting or the temp settings and everything should be about the same. Because this is saying for temp, 180 to 210 C, and I usually run about 210. So, I figured,
I mean, then 210 is most used temperature for my printers. Every time that I'm using PLA, it's always 210. It
yeah,
works fine.
and that's why I figure I'll do like the standard, like 50 or 60 millimeter a second, 210, 60 on the bed, and I'll do three, and three, so three bottom, three top, three wall, and for the infill, hell, on an XYZ cube, you could almost get away with doing no infill, but I'll do like 10% or 15% infill just so it has a little. Benchy, same thing, run the same settings, and then probably do 15% on the infill, and then the retraction tower really doesn't need. I mean, standard same thing, 10-15% on the infill, same numbers, and just let it go, and see what happens. Because as it goes, it's changing its temperature and its retraction to compensate for wisps on the way up. So, the old curmudgeon says he runs 210 for the first layer for adhesion and then drops down to 205 unless he's running fast. And see, I've found that my first layer and every layer thereafter, if I run PLA, like the printed solid, the Jesse stuff, all of it, if I run it, I usually run 210 all the way. Start to finish, I run 210. I run usually between 50 and 60 millimeters, depending on what printer I'm on. Some of the printers, I'll slow it down to even 40 millimeters or 45 millimeters. Just because for me, I'd rather have it look nicer than get done faster. For me, sometimes the look is more important than the functionality. Like I want to look good and function, not just function. Those rough around the edges. And here it says PLA plus 210 or 200, PLA silk 210, standard for you, TPU 200, and Ninja Flex at 225. It's interesting that you use 200 for TPU and 225 for NinjaFlex. I've never printed with NinjaFlex, so I don't know the quirks of NinjaFlex. But I have used what the heck is it? It used to be Overture. I've used Overture PLA, and I usually run about 205, 210. I think it's like 205, 210 is what I run. So. And it's funny that most of what I print 210 seems to be about the standard. When I'm printing TPU or when I'm printing PETG, I usually run PETG. The two different PETGs I have, I usually run them at 235. Actually, the Green Gate, I usually run that at 215, 220. I run it much lower temp because with it being a recycled PETG, it seems to print better at a lower temp for me. I don't know about anybody else, but
which temperature is that? 205?
No, I usually run it's the Green Gate. I usually run that at like actually it's usually like 230, 225, 230 is what I might have said something different. I apologize, but it's usually like 225, 230 is what I run that at. But then the regular PETG, I usually run about 240. 240, and then I usually run 240 and 70 or 80 on the bed. Depends on if it's not adhering good, I'll bump it up to 80. But usually I'll run like 70 on the bed, 230, like I said, 230, 225 for Green Gate, and then this stuff right here, I usually run 70 on the bed and then 240, 245. ABS. ABS I usually run like 245, 250 for ABS, and then the bed is usually about 100. So, and let's see here. Chris Travis, yes, I did get my Jesse box. I do have the colors. If Zachary wants me to ruin it for everybody and everybody's okay with a spoiler for those who haven't gotten it yet, but by now I think everybody probably has, I can show you the colors.
If I would have had it, then I would show it as well, but I don't have Jesse, so go ahead.
Let me grab them. Hold on. I got to jump up here real quick. Keep them low for a minute because I want to sit down here. Here's the one color that's on the menu. So everybody has. I haven't opened it yet, and I'm not going to. So I'm going to open it when I do the side by side, because this will be the one I use. This is the Jesse Bold Blue, so it's a nice bright blue. You know, so I'm going to use this one.
Wow.
I'm going to use this one for the comparison, but this is one of the ones that's on the menu. I always say on the menu. It's funny because it's not food, but. And then here is mixtape number 5. So anybody who knows about the monthly boxes, he does like a special run for the box, and he calls it his mixtape. So mixtape number 1 was this one right here, the yellow right there is mixtape number 1. That's mixtape number 2. Where is mixtape number 3? This is mixtape number 3, the orange right here. And then mixtape number 4 is, where's that at? Oh, it's back there on the mini. I apologize. It's over on the mini. It's like a dark green color. And then it kind of was a circle around, and mixtape number 5 is a bright, bright yellow. Not blindingly bright. It's not highlighter bright, but it's a nice bright yellow. So it's, whereas that one right there, mixtape number 1 was more of like a pale yellow,
Yeah.
with a little, like a flake or a speckle in it. Kind of looked like, if you look at like Dijon mustard, the way it's got the like it's like a pale yellow with like a little bit of a brown flake in it. Very similar with that guy right there. So it's a pale yellow. This is just a nice bright yellow. So
Yeah.
for anybody who didn't get the Jesse box, you knew it was coming. So if you didn't want to see that, it's your fault for sticking around.
I don't have it, so.
Yeah, Zachary made me do it. So if you're mad, be mad at him.
But is it always a surprise what you're going to get?
Huh?
Is it always a surprise what you're going to get?
Yeah, we don't know what colors are coming in the box until we get them, because he doesn't put out there that we're going to run this color and this color in the box. And a lot of times I just wonder if it's, and I'm cool with it either way. I don't really care, but I'm thinking that maybe like if he did like a run of something, and maybe, you know, he's got, say, 50 people who are currently subscribed to the box, because he does do the box as a limited, it's an invite only kind of a thing at this point, or he'll open it up for a small window and say, we're accepting a few more people into the monthly box. Like I said, thankfully I was lucky enough to get in from box number 1 and have been in for the last 5 months. So I've got the 5 mystery colors that, you know, you don't know you're getting until they get here. Yeah, it's nice. Like I said, it's been fun, and I use the Jesse PLA a lot. I'm kind of a loudmouth when it comes to Jesse as my favorite PLA, especially since for $19 or $20 a roll, and it's all US, and you know it beats the pants off of some of the Amazon stuff that you're paying $25 a roll for. So, and he usually gets it out to you in about 2 days in shipping, so can't complain. You know what I mean? Like it's very similar to what you pay with Amazon, but if you don't like it, don't use it. Find something else. I just know my personal preference. I like it. I use it. And I saw that, who was it? Mr. Maker with the diode. Right now, I've just done some basic stuff, like some small, like etching into things. And then I do a lot of the slate tile stuff. Like here's my caliper case. I did my DV3D logo in that. But usually these little slate tiles like this, I don't know if you've seen Edutech Gems videos on the slate tiles, but these slate tiles, I do a lot of stuff with those. I've got a bunch of them. I got to get some pictures and get those up on my Etsy store so that people can start buying them and I can start making more. But yeah, so I do a lot with those tiles. I've got a lot of the ceramic white tiles. I'm going to start doing the painting and then doing the etching into the paint. So there's that. Fingers crossed it will. I'll be working on it more here in the coming weeks. So I'll get some of that stuff done. I've done a couple and they turned out pretty nice, but I want to do some more. I've got a bunch of colors to try out and see what I can get with.
Cool. Well, you were talking about calipers. I got a brand new caliper.
Ooh.
Just a second.
Yeah, all good. My wife's poor flowers are dying. We have to get them some water. I looked behind me there while you were pointing behind you. I looked back and I saw the vase is almost empty and the water's not happy. Put a little Sprite in there. Well, Mr. Maker, good. Thanks for hanging out. I know Zachary appreciates the views. He can't hear us right now. He can hear us now, but anyway, again, Mr. Maker, have a good evening.
Bye bye. Good night, Mr. Maker. The calipers.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you ever saw my old calipers. Then, did you ever saw that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
If you watch one of my older videos about the calibration cube,
Yeah, I remember, because you remember I was lurking your channel long before, like, I actually ever really said anything. I didn't start talking in your channel until you were doing your Zach 1.
Yeah, I still need to start doing something with it, huh?
Yeah, it's been a little while, but the Zach 1, I think you were on, I think it was actually your first or second stream that you were streaming about it, and then I finally popped in and said, hey, and how you doing, and cool, and maybe sometimes you come hang out with us in the chats, and then you started coming to hang out with us in chats, and
then the fun started.
Yeah, look at you now. You got all those printers, and your space filled up quickly, and I'm sure your wife and kids are enjoying the lack of space now because Dad's taken over.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's getting very crowded here.
Yes.
Times were different then, but I had a plastic caliper, and now.
Oh yeah, nice.
This is a very decent one.
Oh yeah, those are nice. I like those.
And also with this thing,
the little wheel, yeah, it makes it a whole lot easier than trying to slide the whole thing down and then you mess it up. It's nice you have that wheel; you can just kind of slowly roll it,
and also be able to mark the points.
Yeah, you can actually scratch with it once you set it. You can use it to kind of like scratch.
Yeah, you can set it and then mark it off, and then at this €30.
Nice, not terrible at all.
The other one was something like €5, so a whole different ball game, and also more decent buttons on it as well.
Oh yeah. Plus, it's got a nice case there.
Yeah, so and some other thing that I bought. I already mentioned it in the beginning of the stream. Bought a better airbrush gun.
Oh, nice. So we'll see more airbrush work coming from you soon?
First practice, then the videos.
Well,
so this one is the one with
nice
dual action. Because the other one was always blowing air out of the tip, drying up the paint. So every time less and less paint came through. So now I can actually
control the amount of airflow. Like you press down, when you press down, it barely comes out, right? And then as you rock back, it forces more air out, right?
Yeah.
It opens up the valve more. Yeah. You press down, and as you pull back, it opens up and allows more air through the valve.
So this is a big improvement, and I also have a little air compressor with a tank. So going forward.
Oh yeah. Every now and then you got to make small investments for the future, or bigger investments than you plan to make for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably I'm also going to invest a little bit more money in an engraver.
Yeah.
Maybe checking with Snapmaker if they can help me on that one as well.
That'd be nice. Yeah. I know. I don't know who all knows, but I got one of those lovely runs of the SKR V2, the one that had the bad MOSFET on it. And I contacted the seller on it and just said that I'd like a refund. I'll send you back the board. They said, keep the board, we'll issue you a refund. So I kept the board and they issued me a refund. So then I figured, since I didn't pay for the board, let's go ahead and try the remove the MOSFET trick and we'll see if that works. Because I'm not really good with a soldering iron yet. I kind of play around. So I got it off of there. I removed the MOSFET. And I did the puddle soldering like they tell you to, where you solder pins 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the top of the MOSFET to pins 1, 2, and 3 on the bottom of the MOSFET. And you leave pin 4 out of it. And then you got to go into the firmware and make sure you turn off in the firmware, you got to turn off that little setting that says to use the MOSFET basically for making sure your drivers were installed the right way. So you can still blow up a driver if you install it wrong, but in most cases anymore, the 2209s, like they have the pins coming out the bottom as well, so you really can't mess that up. I mean, I understand that people have and still do, but I mean, if you look at it, you see 2 pins here and a separate little 2-pin plug just off one side, and you look at the bottom of the driver and you go, oh, well, there's these 2 pins here. Let's just line it up, put together. I get that some people apparently don't understand that. I mean, I don't get that people can't see that, but it happens. So, okay. So that's why they did that, to protect against that. Mm-hmm. But since they had the issue and they refunded me, I figured I might as well take the refund and buy another one now that they've already fixed the issue. And fingers crossed, now the board that I get now should be the right one, because I ordered it directly from Big Tree Tech. I didn't order it from an online seller. I ordered it directly from Big Tree Tech from their alley store, so it should be the right board when it gets here.
Oh yeah.
So when the board gets here, it's going to go in this guy right here, the SKR, the CR10S. Sorry. So it's going to go in the CR10S with some 2209s on it, and we'll see. So that turns out.
I also bought another multimeter because I see here on saying that, and also a crimping tool for thin GST connectors.
Yeah.
Because you have different kind of thicknesses, but especially for the wide connectors and the DuPonts, you really need to have a smaller clamp. So finally, I got the right one. Nice. So also with the Voron build, when I need to crimp the wires, I actually have the right ones.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that, and you kind of piqued my interest again with the whole, you bought the kit from Alley, so I want to see how that does for you, because I had been considering making that kind of like when I stream over on the other service that I won't bring up right now because it's your stream. When I'm streaming over on the other service, I was thinking about changing my goal to that. So my stream goal would be that. But now I'm starting to think I need to change my goal to pay some dental bills. That way I can get the teeth just pulled.
But the other thing that I saw also people mentioning the kit from LDO motors. Yeah. But I looked on the side of LDO, but I couldn't see it.
Did the kit not come with? Did it not come with motors?
Oh yeah, sure, and they are LDO motors, but people are saying that there are different kind of kits.
Oh well, I know when you look on their site, it does say that that they use genuine LDO motors, but it may, or that they may use an alternative. So like if for some reason LDO was short on motors, they may have gone to somebody else. So your kit would have LDO motors in it, and it's like in the fine print on one of the. I was reading through, and it did say that genuine LDO motors. Did say on there though that, however, if they were, if there was an issue with supply, you may wind up with a equivalent, an equivalent motor from another manufacturer. So, so it was one of those things where it's like some guys may not be getting LDO motors because it may have been a shortage at the time. Because I know for a little while there, LDO was having a supply issue with. It wasn't necessarily just a supply issue, but it was also their holiday over there, so they were off for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks for the holiday. So that kind of delayed a lot of stuff. So they very well could have been, it could have been what the issue was with somebody getting a kit more recently and it not having LDO motors was because they were on holiday. So
yeah, the motors that I have in the kit are from LDO.
Yeah, I mean that's always good. LDO motors are a good motor. We all know that. They're one of the more preferred motors in the industry. A lot of us are like switching to LDO motors and stuff. We're making sure we buy LDO because they're a good motor. Which again, you support what works, But at the same time, I know that not everybody's budget is the same, and they can't afford to maybe spend, $20 for $20 a motor or whatever it is for LDO motors right now. They may end up going with something a little cheaper,
Yeah, but that was also the point of the video that I made from last Wednesday. What is in the kits? What can you expect from something that comes from AliExpress? Because I also had the opportunity to buy a kit for 450 euros and I had to wait several weeks on it. And this I ordered 2 weeks ago in a live stream, and it came in time. So
yeah, and the thing with those too is when you look at them, they're recognized by the Voron community. The Voron community doesn't look down on them. I mean, the Voron community is just happy to see more Voron style printers being built and out there. So once it's done, you can submit it. As long as you get it up and functioning, take the pictures, take the videos, submit it to the community. You can get it serialized and then become a member of the Voron community and have access to the stuff that only Voron owners have access to. I don't know what that is. I haven't been lucky enough to, sneak behind the curtain of Voron and see what they have,
I think I'm in one of the Discord from Voron.
See you later. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in the Voron Discord, but once you get serialized, you have access to more stuff. And found out motors and bed heater are included in the minion kit. Nice. I'm actually waiting patiently for Old Curmudgeon to get that. And I told him, I said, when he gets it, if he wants to, because when he gets that kit, there isn't really any minions in the wild right now. You know what I mean? Like the minion, the rat rig minion, that's pretty much like the only minions that are there are the minions from the people within the rat rig community or the like real close knit within rat rig. They're the only ones who really have them. So the fact that he's going to have a kit, I told him, I said, any one of us, if he doesn't want to stream it on his own channel for the views, which could help bring up views on his channel, because since nobody's really got one, him doing the build is going to be a big thing because it'll be one of the first videos with the rat rig. I said, if he doesn't want to stream it, I'm sure any one of us in the community, or hell, even a bunch of us, will do a simulcast. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll all do it together. So, but yeah, I mean, he would be silly if he himself did not stream it to his own channel to help boost his numbers and get more people to his site, and that might also help him to want to make more content. Old Curmudgeon, quit being old and curmudgeon. Make content.
Like mentioned, I want to build the Voron during live streams. But in the meantime, I'm going to make some preparations to, for example, making some little trays to put the screws for step 1 in a tray, and that everything is prepared, that I don't have to look everything up, but that there is a nice flow during the stream, and something like pre-crimped wires, something like that.
See, Old Curmudgeon, even Carl Fenton agrees that it's going to be fun to watch you build the minions. So I'm just telling you, man. If you decide to do it, you got to tell us that you're going to do it.
Welcome
Because,
back, Chris.
yes, Chris. Nice to see you, sir. But if you're going to do it, old curmudgeon, I'm just saying, like, let us know because a lot of us within the community will be like talking about it like crazy to help get the word out for you. I'm loosening my leg brace. It's a little warm out here, so it's getting a little sweaty in the brace. And since I have my foot elevated, I'm good. The doctor says as long as I keep it elevated and I'm not walking, I can even take off the brace if I want to. So
Yeah, it's also better for breathing.
yeah. Oh, there we go. One more strap. There's like 6 straps on this thing. Oh, then the knee. So 7, sorry. And then there's one across the knee. Oh. I can breathe. It will be planned out ahead. Good. You let us know when and we'll start spreading the word. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this thing over the shoe. I don't want to actually take, you know what? I got a better idea. I'll take the shoe off. And then we'll pull the brace off. I don't try to undo all the straps on this thing because then there's like 6 little Velcro ended octopuses like attacking each other, and then it doesn't want to pain the butt to put back on. It's just easier to loosen them and then slide it off. Oh, there we go. Kick the foot back up.
Nice.
I can breathe. It's been trapped in that damn brace all day.
I feel so free.
Yes, it's nice. Relaxing.
That is what we like.
Yeah, should have brought out the frozen peas to set on my knee for a little while and let it take down the swelling. And if anybody thinks I'm kidding, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not. If you have a swollen area, go to the store and buy frozen peas. They stay colder longer. They don't wind up like even like the gel packs that you can buy with like even those get warmer quicker than a bag of frozen peas. It's amazing how long a bag of peas will stay frozen, and they form real nice around the swollen area. I'll tell the story later about why I got introduced or how I got introduced to frozen peas on my stream because it's not a story for your stream.
But I have heard it before that frozen peas work much better than the cool pads.
Yep. So board firmware Octoprint ahead of time. Well, see how you are, old curmudgeon. You don't want to stream that stuff. The whole getting the board set up, getting the firmware configured, and showing everybody how to install Clipper. Tell you, old curmudgeon, you're stealing the fun, man. You should just run with it, man. Do like I did the one day. Like I'm going to start doing firmware on the other SKR2 when it gets here. I'll get it all installed in the CR10 back there. Then I'll fire up a split screen and I'll just start working and configuring the firmware.
Yeah, I need to look for more webcams or other cameras that I can attach to the little hub. I'm going to make some space here on the desk so that I can build it here because it's going to be a longer build and I don't want to stand for all those hours, especially after a long working day, you know. So I will see how quickly it goes.
Well, and the nice part too is you stream, you do the live streams, and even if you stream for an hour at a time, just do an hour worth of build, and you get that done. And you can download it and save it, and then keep going. And when you're done in the end, you can go through and cut it down, take out a lot of the talking, and then just do a voiceover when you're done. Cut out just the important parts, so like the parts where it's just you more or less talking to us while you're kind of doing some, or like when you're putting all the screws together, like you're screwing all the pieces together. You know what I mean? We don't need to sit there and watch you put in 70 screws. And granted, that's what you're going to have to do. So during the live stream, that's what you'll do. But then you cut it down, and then you can do like a voiceover and be like, okay, now at this point, I'm doing this. And then, let me go ahead and speed this up now. You guys don't need to watch all that. And you can just like speed up. Or like here's what I'm doing. Let's just go ahead and cut. You guys have an idea of what I'm doing now. Let's go ahead and cut to the next step. And then you can just, when you're done, show it. Be like, okay, here it is completed now. Now let's move on to the next step. And then you can do 1 or 2 to show everybody, give them an idea, and then just, you can cut it. And then that's, like I said, the nice part is you have all that video either recorded from OBS if you're using OBS or whatever you're using, or if you just go pull it right out of Streamlabs and, or Streamyards here, you pull it right out of Streamyards and then just cut it down and then do the voiceover. And you can take 7 or 8 hour-long streams that it takes you to put it together and shrink that down. And the nice part is you can do, here's the build stream, here's the firmware stream, here's the frame, here's the motors, here's the electronics, here's the building of the firmware, and you can actually break it down into a couple of parts over a couple of different streams. You do these couple of streams to build the frame, cut them into one video that's just the frame. And then you do the electronics and maybe 1 or 2 videos, and then you do like here's the installing the motors and plugging in all the wiring. And I know you said something about pre-crimping all the wires and stuff. So even if you recorded that just a little bit yourself, even if here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these, ferrules on the ends of the wires. You show 2 or 3. You make take 5 minutes to record 2 or 3 of them. Then you shut off the camera, and then you move on to the next part where now you're organizing all your parts ahead of time. Take that and be like, here's the containers I'm going to use. Here's how I'm going to set them out. Here's how I'm going to label them, and then show dumping the kits into the parts. You can do that real quick. Just set up the camera like this, looking down, and then just boom, 1 or 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? And be like, okay, so let's go ahead and get the rest. And again, you don't have to show everybody all of them, but even the pre stuff that you're going to do before you actually stream, you can make a quick grab the camera, record 2 minutes, 3 minutes worth of what you're doing, and then just cut that in so that if you do take the live streams and cut them down, you've also got those little pieces there too that you can cut. In. You can even tell people, be like, this is stuff that I did. I didn't do on the live stream, but here's the pre prep, and then during the live stream, these are the things that I did, and show them that way. And I'm way too organized for myself. I say what you can do, but I don't actually do it. You know that.
Yeah, I also had the same kind of thing in mind, what you mentioned, but just like I saw that Old Commission said about the 720 on StreamYard. Yeah, that is true. But the interview that I did with Jade was also used with StreamYards. And I do need to say that I didn't see any bad quality after editing in DaVinci.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy with the end result. So yeah, for me, I need to check how I can handle it. Will be fine. But I think, by the way, I'm going to use Streamlabs OBS to do the live stream build.
Yeah.
Because of multiple cameras.
Yeah, and it's the OBS stuff. I don't know. I use that's what I'm shooting my camera through with right now is OBS. I mean, see here, look, there's the clutter on my desk. I just like OBS, and then since I do more with the other streaming service, when I just do me stuff, I have it set up for the other streaming service with a couple of different overlays, and it's actually got some more stuff that it pulls in. So it pulls in the chat from the other streaming service, gets pulled right into OBS, as well as whenever people subscribe or follow or whatever, that shows up. And so it gives me a lot of nice little features built into OBS to allow it to work, and nobody seems to mind, so I don't either. I like it. It works.
I see no fucks given. Saying something. What is the thinking around to legally of me printing off an open source printer part, fulfilling the BOM for print and then selling it as a kit? I think that would be possible, but also in
it is one of those weird things where it's as long as the best thing to do is contact them and say, hey, look, I was thinking about just selling your parts. Like, I'll print them and sell them. You guys have a problem with that? As long as you get an email back from somebody there that says, no, that's fine, keep that email. You know what I mean? Like, just, it's better to just say, hey, this is what I plan to do, because the other option is you just do it. And if you just do it and then you run into an issue where you might receive a letter in the mail that says, hey, we see that you're, printing and selling our parts. We don't authorize that, and you can say, oh, my bad, I'm sorry, and then stop. But the problem is, if you do that, they also could say, hey, our lawyer is going to be in touch and we'll see you in court. At the same time, the parts are open source and out there. So the only thing you can do is look and see what open source, just see what open source license they carry. If they have just a straight up open source license that doesn't limit you to not being able to sell, go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's always great to contact the creator of it.
Yeah, the creator. It's always better to ask the creator and not make them mad, because a lot of times if you just say, hey, look, this is what I want to do. Anymore, most creators are getting ripped off because they have it set up where they say, look, you can print it for yourself, but I don't want you selling it for profit. That's I forget which open source license that one is, but that's the license they use, which is like, you're free to use it, you're free to edit the file, but you cannot sell the file. You know what I mean? Like, you can't print and sell the file because it's mine, type of thing. Well,
Yeah.
there are some of them that when they put the license, they put on there that it's free for you're free to monetize the item. Like, you can make and monetize, you just can't sell the file. So like, you can make the parts and sell the parts, you just can't take the files for free and then charge people for them. That's usually the thing you run into, So most people are just happy if you're emailing them saying, hey, look, I like your parts, I like what you do. I was thinking about selling kits. Do you guys have a problem with that? And a lot of times they're like, no, that's fine, go ahead. Or if the license doesn't limit you to that, go for it.
Or if they get a little commission out of it, I think it's also fine.
Yeah, you can even tell them, be like, look, for every one I sell, I'll give you guys $1. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't hurt to give back to the creator. If you have enough overhead and you can, be nice like that, and like, say, not that this is the case, I don't know the math, but say you make $5 on every one and you're content making $4, give them the extra $1, and then at the end of every month, just figure out how many sales you had, and then just PayPal them a month's worth of dollars. So you sell one a day, send them $30. So it doesn't hurt to do that. I mean, if you're content, if that be your markup of $4, I hope not. I hope you would, try to recoup, the cost of material, the cost of time, and then also, like, you got to remember power consumption, wear and tear, all those other things too that you got to take into consideration. So I hope you would at least mark up accordingly. I mean, if it's costing you $20 to make it, I'm hoping you're charging $40 at least, because you've got, again, the wear and tear on the machine, the replacement of filament, that kind of stuff. So
yeah, exactly. And also what Chris has, Creative Commons licenses there.
Yeah, if it's the Creative Commons license, Creative Commons says you can sell the item but not the file, right? For what parts? I don't even remember. What printer are we talking about? Are we talking about for the Boron?
No, not the Boron. It was the printer that I showed earlier. Just a second.
Oh, good. I'm yawning and resting. Probably gonna dodge out on you here in a little bit. The teeth have been bugging me a little bit, so I'm probably gonna go in the house and kick the feet up and throw a bag of peas on the knee for a little while. Yeah, NFG, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that, like, I mean, if you're doing the work, though, like, they put in the time, they've got that, and you're doing the work at this point because you're printing the parts, packaging the parts, shipping the parts. you're putting in legwork too. So your time is worth something as well. So make sure that whatever you do, make sure that the markup is correct, and also know your worth. Don't, because you see 5 other guys selling the same kit, or you find 5 other guys who are selling that kit once you start, and they're selling it for say, 25 or $30, and you know that your kit's worth all of $40. You sell your kit at $40. Don't try to undercut just to make the sale, because the problem you're going to run into is after a while, people will know you have a quality part, and they're going to want more and more of it, and they're going to like the quality of yours over somebody else's, and then you're going to get stuck because they don't have to raise your price and then elsewhere. Oh, that's the one with the 50-15 frame, isn't it?
Yeah.
It uses 50-15 instead of the 20-20. Yeah. Yeah, everything in that kit should be 50-15, and what's the slide down on that one, Zach, down to the where the licensing is down at the bottom?
The license,
and then it'll be down, and I do believe it's down on the left. Their license. There you go. GB 3D printing by Wired is under the Creative Commons attributes license. Click on that, and it'll tell you what that license will cover. So if you click on that, and it'll tell you right there that the Creative Commons attributes share, copy, to share. You can copy and redistribute the material in any medium or format. You can adopt, remix, transform, build, open material for purposes. Now you go down to the under this term. You got your attributes. No additional restrictions. So let's see here. You are given appropriate, or you are giving appropriate credit, provided the link to the license. So you have to basically, like if he was to sell them, I don't see anything about monetization yet, but according to that, if he was to sell them, he would have to say that these files were created by under this license. So he would have to note that in the description. And then where it says no additional restrictions, you may not apply legal terms or technical. I was reading. You scrolled on me. I was reading down. Sorry, but yeah, right there it says. You may legal or technical measurements for legal restrictions, other forms of. So basically, don't post any of the. You can't apply any more legal terms to the print, so you can't go and say that I posted to it on my site, but on my site I'm saying you can't do this. You can't do that because it's under the Creative Commons license. You have to leave it as such. May not apply, and then where else it says restrict others from doing anything, and then that legally restricts others from doing anything with the license term. So yeah, so basically you can't alter it in some way that it messes with the license, the license for others. So you couldn't host it on your site and then sell something or do something that would restrict others from gaining access to the files as well. And then notice it says license owner materials, public domain, where it can use permitted by applicable exemption or limitation. So no warranties are given. License may not give you all of the permissions necessary that you intend to use. For example, public, private, and moral rights may limit you from using the material. So again, if somebody's got any other issues, but yeah, for the most part, it doesn't say anything in there about monetization. It does not say that you cannot print and resell the parts. It's just saying those files themselves, you can edit them as you need to, but you need to link back to and give credit. So again, if you were going to sell them, you would just say these files, these are the files that were created by, link to his, link back to his Thingiverse link. And then you would also put in there too that, and they are covered under the Creative Commons license. So you would make note that it's where to link back or link it back to his Thingiverse, and then just put that it is covered under the Creative Commons license. You should be okay. It doesn't say anything in there about restrictions for monetization, so it's not restricting you from being able to print and sell the part. So since that's not in there, you should be okay. Otherwise, I believe there is one that actually says that you can have the parts, use the parts, but you're not allowed to sell it in any way, shape, or form. So you should be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying is from what I gather from it, and I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know, but you may want to do a little more research on what the Creative Commons licenses are and make sure that that isn't a limitation of that license is you can print it, you just can't sell it type thing. Because it does say on there that you can edit the file in any way you want. You just got to make sure that you give credit where credit is due and that you don't hinder someone else from gaining access to those original files. So linking back to the Thingiverse link, and saying this is the guy that I get the file that designed the files is the best thing to do to cover your butt. So just, hey guy, I got these files from this guy. I print them, or this is the files that I use. This is where I got them from, and this is the license that that they're covered under, and you're done. Just print them and sell them. But if you dig deeper into the licenses, I could be wrong. So don't. Again, this isn't legal advice. I got to make sure I state that I don't get myself or Zach in trouble, Mr. Zachary in trouble, saying things that aren't true. So.
I'm going to post a.
That part will be it.
Just a second. I'm going to post a link soon because I'm going to end this live stream and I'm going to put a link from Tripod's stream about the droid. And as they, yeah, also Jerry and those others.
Oh yeah. That's right. They were streaming today. I'll probably watch their stream from in the house. I will probably put my brace and shoe back on and then gimp into the house and kick my feet up and grab my headphones and sit on my phone and watch their stream.
So we can rate the channels, as they call it on Twitch.
Yep.
So I'm also going to put a link from Jerry in there. So people can choose which streams that they're going to join.
What?
Both are going about the same thing, or same things.
Yep.
3D printing a droid and building it together and have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
So
the VR2U droid series build part 1.
Part 1. Oh, it's a new droid build.
Yeah, it's going to be another one of their multi-part droid builds. So it'll be a couple of streams, but they'll get it.
Looks nice. But there are also.
I would love to get in on that, but I don't have the income to afford the electronics to keep building and using making them happen. One day, just not today. You know what I mean?
So everybody who joined the live stream, thank you very much. It was a very pleasant and joyful evening for me, or the morning or the afternoon for you. Especially Kieran, living on the other side of the world, already in the future. So everybody joined this live stream. Thank you very much. Was awesome, was nice, it was fun. Dan, thank you for hanging out in almost real life, as far as we can do.
Yeah.
And let's go to our Tripod's stream or to Jerry's stream and say hi. And say hi for me, because I'm going to close this live stream and I'm going to do some administration that needs to be done after the live stream as well. So thank you, thank you very much, and see you on the other side.
Yep.
Bye bye. Yeah, waiting.